It is time to get high energy. Get high energy. I got this question a lot. A lot of people say, Adam, how do you keep your energy high at the door? Well, guess what? Don't do it through substances and don't show up at the door like this. That is bad news, something I do not endorse. Although, I hope this thumbnail inspired you to click on this video to learn about how to get high energy at the door. Thank you, by the way, for the video suggestions. Please do drop a comment when you like a video, when you don't like a video, when you agree or disagree. The conversation is rich and it's helpful because listen, there's not only one way to do things. On this channel, I share what's worked for me and the thousands of people I serve, but it doesn't mean it's the only way. I encourage open dialogue, discussion, and by the way, that's what we do inside the Pitch Pro movement. If I have diversity in our leadership and from the mentors, whether it's me or Deshaun or John Cenac or Matt Mulholland or Jim Aline, and within our members and our leadership roundtable sharing different ideas. So in this video, whether you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear from it. Please drop a comment and share with me, how do you keep your energy high when you're knocking doors? Now, let's hit some fundamentals. But right before we do, welcome back. My name is Adam Bensman, the Roof Strategist, and I have a lot of energy, and it is designed to help you smash your income goal in roofing sales. That, my friend, is what I am passionate about, and helping you give every customer an amazing experience. And guess what? Who do people like working with? People that have contagious energy. You're going to hear me say that again here coming up shortly, because there's a gentleman I interviewed on the channel who is the perfect example of this type of energy, and you'll be hearing me mention him shortly. But before we do, if you haven't yet done it, I would love to send you a free copy of my Pitch Like a Pro roofing sales training video library, available again 100% free. There's a link in the description. You can find it at theroofstrategist.com. It's all my videos, hundreds organized by category to make for easy binging, easy studying up, and owners, managers, great for your team as well. All right, now let's get to today's video on getting high energy at the door. First, you heard me say the word. Oh, by the way, one last thing. That Pitch Like a Pro roofing sales training video library, if you like this video, in there, I'm going to send you a copy right away. There's a link, okay, for a playlist called Motivation and Hype. And if you kind of need that extra juice, there's a bunch of videos in there that I think you're gonna love. All right, now let's get back to the topic, which is getting high energy at the door. First, what did I say? I said high energy is contagious. I want to spend a little bit of time on this. What do I mean by contagious? Have you ever been in the room with the person who is just like, they're so negative, their body language is miserable. They talk like they're crying and weeping, and they're almost craving this attention because misery loves company. These people are absolute sloths. I avoid them like the plague because they make me feel like garbage. So your energy is contagious either in a positive way or a negative way. If you had a rough day and you're feeling a little run down and you go knocking doors like a mope, it's not going to do well because homeowners are going to answer the door and feel that. Likewise, if you are way over the top and you're animated and jumping around and you're being a weirdo, like homeowners are going to see that, be like, who is this clown on my doorstep? You are so over the top. So there's an extreme on the top end and there's an extreme on the bottom end. Contagious energy is a healthy dose. Yeah, we don't edit videos here. Healthy dose of excitement, of enthusiasm, of passion and authority. Those are the key elements of a contagious high energy at the door. All right, so you don't want to be a negative Nancy because no one loves a negative Nancy. People, on the other hand, love people who are positive because they make them feel good. The perfect example of this is a gentleman named Bill Sansom. Shout out to Bill. I interviewed him on the channel at age 60. He learned this in the car business, and I don't know who he learned it from, but he says, before I answer the phone, I have a checkup from the neck up. And that just clicked. Go watch that video interview with him. I'm going to link to that here at the end. Bill is the best living live example that you can interact and feel from him, that level of contagious energy. And he even shares some of the tips in that video of how he keeps high energy at the door, because your voice changes when you're smiling versus when you're frowning. You just can't have that level of enthusiasm without turning those lips up in the corner of your mouth and having that high energy. So not too much, not too little. It is contagious, and this is why you want to have high energy at the door. Now, let's talk about a couple of things. One, we want to be playful, which I talked about, okay? We want to have enthusiasm. We want to be passionate. and we want to have authority. These, I want you to think about this. Play along. We're going to do a real hippy-dippy exercise. You ready? If you're driving and tuning the podcast, please keep your eyes open. If you're not, close your eyes for a minute. I want you to think of yourself as a young child on a swing set playing with your best friends. That's playful, right? You are joyous. You are completely uninhibited. You're having fun. You're present, and you're in the moment. Now, I want you to think of enthusiasm. Think of the most enthusiastic person you've ever seen on television. All right? First person that comes up to me, by the way, is Kramer. Okay, Kramer in Seinfeld. He is enthusiastic to a T. That kind of excitement about life. Then we have passionate. When you hear people who are passionate about what they talk about, there's a certain level of conviction and confidence that comes through because they're excited about it. They are super invested emotionally in this topic. And when you're passionate about something, people feel when you're passionate about it. Wow, you're really passionate about that. I can see your passion come through. Versus people that talk about things they're not passionate about. Now, I want you to close your eyes and think about authority. Your favorite president. I hope I didn't open the can of worms of politics, but we might have. Your favorite president. When your favorite president speaks, there's authority. There is a matter of fact. There is confidence. Now, I didn't say confidence because some people say, well, I don't feel confident. I want you to have authority in what you say. These are the 4 elements that you must blend into your energy. Playful, enthusiasm, passionate, and high authority. Now, a few tips of how to create this energy at the door. I'm going to give you some of mine. Number 1 is self-talk. We're going to go through because not everyone is going to relate to this, all right? Deshaun Bryant, shout out to Deshaun, the Roof Hustler, fellow mentor inside the Pitch Pro movement. He does a lot in the movement about self-talk. And I'm going to butcher the quote that I learned from him. I don't even want to say it, but Deshaun emphasizes the importance of spending less time listening to yourself and more time talking to yourself. And Deshaun's been a huge inspiration to me as well and become a really good friend. I spend time in my own morning meditation on self-talk, rewiring some of my own negative patterns that I was told as a kid. Hey, you have no attention span. Hey, you can't concentrate. Hey, you have ADD or whatever it is. Well, guess what? I let that poison me. So I've changed that internal dialogue. So change your dialogue. I am confident. I am passionate. I am excited. I am here to serve. I'm doing the right thing. I love what I do every day. I'm here to help people. I'm getting paid every time I hear the word no. So use self-talk at the door. Number 2 is breath work. If you are interested in reading, there's a book called Breathe by James Nestor. It's a fantastic book. And Brian Tracy's done other books, I think. I might be blurring the lines here on using breathing techniques to calm and center yourself and to carry that energy. Number 3 is physical stimulation, okay? Now, what do I mean by physical stimulation? There's a couple of them. Some people will carry aromatics. By the way, when I said get high energy, those kind of aromatics are not what I'm talking about. I am talking about things like essential oils, things that excite you, stimulating senses, aromas. I just want to be very crystal clear. Despite the jokes on this channel, I am very against showing up to work under the influence of anything. I don't believe that it's professional. I think it's a liability. I think it's a horrible look. And I don't think that you perform at a high level even when you think you might be. So I just want to get that out of the way. I don't condone that. I don't enforce it. Jokes aside, back to this. When I say stimulation, for example, mint. Mint is a strong smell. Lemon is a strong, vibrant smell. Many people will do this. It cleanses their mind and it gets them fired up. Other forms of physical stimulation. I joke around in the videos. When I'm filming, Sheena's off camera here. Why? Because it vibrates. It pumps me up. And I often will sit there and even when I'm alone, I'll do this less when she's here because I'm embarrassed by it. But I'll pound on my chest and hype myself up to have that level of energy. All right, so that physical stimulation. Okay, now we're going to start getting into some goofy ones. Play. So believe it or not, I'm going to say it. There's a member of the Pitch Pro movement. Their team was doing the chicken dance before the door would open to break their, just to be playful and to have fun before that homeowner answered the door and they were filming it. So again, just having that fun, playful outlet. And then number 5 is music. This one is probably my favorite and what the most people can relate to. Music or motivational audio. So any sort of, again, we're hitting all the senses, right? We're self-talk with emotion, breath work to calm and center, physical stimulation, whether that's aromatics, whether that's pounding on your chest, whether it's screaming. By the way, if you're in your vehicle, right, let's go, like hyping yourself up. Number 4 is playful, is just moving your body, dance. I'm just gonna write moving your body. Okay, not everyone's gonna wanna go do the chicken dance. So I'm just gonna write moving your body. And sometimes, again, like for me, my energy carries over if I do a workout in the morning. And if I don't, that sets the tone. And what Brian Tracy says is, what is it, the first 20 minutes are the rudder of the day? I'm probably butchering that quote, but the context fully attributed to Brian Tracy. That's what sets the tone for everything. And the final piece is music and motivation. I get people sending me pictures all the time, which I love, by the way. I'd love to see how you're using this channel and the podcast. So send me photos on Instagram or email. I love seeing them. People will be like, dude, I listened to you on the way to go out knocking doors, or I watch a video in the morning. Wherever you find that motivation, whether it's here, whether it's elsewhere, sometimes I tune into those YouTube channels on motivation. Sometimes I listen to podcasts, or I like listening. I go through phases where I'm like listening to rap music, or now I'm on like a 2000s metal kick, right? So that kind of music just hypes me up. And the beautiful thing is I use kind of all these. To me, I don't do the dance thing because I feel like a weirdo, but I do move my body around often. I shake it out, right? I am a very expressive person, I guess you could say. So at any rate, I hope this video helps you carry that high energy into the door so you can have that contagious enthusiasm to help you make even more sales. Listen, this video is about to wrap up, but I don't want you to leave yet. What I'd love you to do is, if you like this video, you're going to love this interview I did with Bill Sansom. It's going to be here. And Bill Sansom, age 60, sold 2.2 million in his very first year. 60 out of 73 homes in a single subdivision, rock star, but most importantly, the best embodiment I've ever seen of contagious energy for you to learn from. And if you haven't yet done it, click here to get a free copy of my Pitch Like a Pro roofing sales training video library sent right to you, and click on the motivation and hype playlist. Binge to your heart's content, and I will see you very soon.